What's going on, everyone, man? Let's get right into the topic of conversation with Chris Samuels and Monique. I'm not sure if she's going to change her last name, but let me just go from it from this perspective. Let me first and foremost say this: that I wish both of them the best. Um, um, you know, it's hard going through a divorce, right? You know, you hear all the rumors and of just from a financial perspective and also from a mental perspective and physical perspective, because you can develop different type of stress and anxiety and depression that can affect your body physically when you're talking about going through a divorce. And the reason why I want to talk about this relationship, because from a Cuddle with Purpose perspective, you know, even though you want every marriage to flourish, but at the same time, people can change in a marriage. Emotions can change. Your mindset can change. Your feelings can change. Things of that nature. And it just leads me up to a situation where when you put your relationships in the public eye, where you allow other people to critique your relationship, and it's like you're a bullseye, right? And then you have to deal with outside distractions trying to come in and infiltrate in your marriage. But it also has a lot to do with the two people that are in the marriage, that are in the relationship. And if your feelings change over time, it's why it's so very important is to keep the privacy somewhat private in your relationship. There was a lot of things that was put out there, alleged things. I'm not even going to talk about it because they're alleged, because at the end of the day, nobody knows what was really going on in the household of the Samuels. But what we do know is that they're divorced. What we do know is that in spite of them having a beautiful family, in spite of them having success from a financial perspective, and also that fame, that celebritism, and it just goes to show you, I don't care how successful you are, if you don't keep that focus and continue to put that work in and to stay emotionally connected with your partner, things like this can happen. And I would say to every married couple out there, don't ever stop working on your marriage. Don't ever stop being, don't ever start to be complacent in your marriage. And it's also very important for you to find your own identity. Finding your own identity and doing the things that you love to do personally, it can enhance your marriage even more. Sometimes you can get lost in the sauce and lose your identity for the betterment of your other partner. Sometimes it's necessary, but it's also necessary to have balance, right? Because if it ever gets one-sided in that relationship, things can make a turn for the worse in your marriage. And all I would just say, man, is that, wish them the best moving forward. You can tell that Chris Samuels, he has lost a lot of weight. He looks happier. He looks healthier. And those things, are important. Self-care, self-love. Sometimes we can lose ourselves. I said that just a second ago. When you're in these marriages and you have all these goals that you want to achieve and you have accomplished a lot in your marriage while y'all are together, there comes with sacrifice. And if you're not careful, you can lose yourself in the midst of your marriage, and then you could forget what's the most important thing. The most important thing in marriage is the two people that decided to make that covenant with one another. And if you ever lose that focus, and if something ever infiltrates inside your marriage and breaks that bond, that yoke, that agreement, that covenant that y'all have made, it can be hard to get it back. It's not impossible, but it can be hard to get it back. And as we can see over time, so, you can look at it from a perspective, when you're in the public eye, that has something to do with, with the, with the arrangement of now they're getting a divorce, because it's such a public demand that everything that goes on, it's like all your business is out on Front Street. And I think if you truly want to continue to have a successful marriage, certain things have to be private. But once you put certain things out there in the public eye, it can make a spiral turn for the worse in your marriage, man. But y'all let me know in the comments. This is my take on Cuddle with Purpose, my better half. We'll definitely be doing a take on the videos to get her perspective, Tiara, on this situation. But I just wanted this to share with all of our subscribers, our followers, to let you know, man, marriage is not always peaches and cream, but it's a beautiful thing if both partners are willing to work at it and willing to go through the process, because it's going to be ups and it's going to be downs, but you have to be willing to stick and stay. And sometimes I know it's necessary to get a divorce, but it depends on what is your threshold within that relationship. And we can't answer that. Only the two people that made that covenant together. Y'all make sure there's several free things that you can do for our channel to support Cuddle with Purpose. All you simply have to do is like, comment, share the video, and follow or subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube. You can also follow us on TikTok, Cuddle with Purpose as well. And you can follow us on our Facebook, Cuddle with Purpose Podcast. And stay tuned to the next video.